Such a nice night out. Might as well see about some new enhancements for the Hundy. Are your bushings wore out? Okay, so here's our stock headlights. There's low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam. We're gonna put these H13 LED lights in, see what kind of enhancements we get here. So it actually looks way brighter looking in the video than it does in real life here, but as it's more of a yellow color with the stock lights now, but once we get the LEDs in there, it should brighten things up. All right, well, here's the H13s. Like I said, little LED four-sided deal in there. But I guess these are just like a typical car. So we're gonna find out here though. Let's get some flashlight on here. Okay, where are they at? Yeah. Maybe I needed some tools. There we go. Just pop that little guy there out. Twist. Get my hand out of the way. Okay. There it be. Just a regular old halogen bulb. Well, I'm gonna get two hands on this thing. Yes. Ooh, a little toasty. Get two hands on this thing and get them changed out here real quick, I guess. Okay, well, I pushed that in, but there we go, it's a polar outer. Like I said, this here's the H13 LED bulb. They weren't too bad. They were like 25 bucks, I think. Hopefully they're worth the money, I guess. I guess that's what we're gonna find out anyways. Nothing too sophisticated there. Pretty much like the normal car. Okay. Let's see if we can get this thing threaded. Yep, nothing to it. Little half turn deal. Get the plug back in. Let's see, how's that line up? Don't know what that needs to be. It was out to begin with, but I pushed it in. That seemed like that locked it, but I don't know if it really matters now or not. I would think you'd push it in to get it locked in there. And put that back in there. Let's see, what do we do with that cap? Pretty dirty. Yeah. Girl, pretty clean, but she's pretty dirty still. Alright, let's take this over to the other side. Do it again. Oh, cap's already gone off this side. That's real handy. Headlight be filling full of junk up in there, I guess. Okay. Angle the dangle. This camera. Anyway, it's gonna be the same deal as the other side, so I get this changed out, turn the lights back out, and check see what the difference is. All right. So here we go. Woo! Low beam. Definitely a whiter light, that's for sure. Whiter. Not much difference. You see a little bit lower down there. Like I said, it's definitely a whiter light, and maybe even wider than the previous, but it'd be interesting to see what it does riding around in the trails and stuff. It's definitely, like I said, it's a brighter light, so it's got to be better. $25 deal, so it is what it is. Well, we'll get that there going, and then we also got these RB3 spacers we're going to try to put in. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to do some door bushing replacements. This thing is getting pretty bad. Sometimes you can definitely see some major movement there. You can almost see down inside the door a little bit even, but we're right at a year, 1,300 miles, whatever it was, and they've definitely taken a toll. But so we got these RB3 off-road door bushings. Looks like a pretty good deal. It's a two-piece deal. They got a pretty nice video on their website itself. It looks like it's pretty easy to do. What they do is they take these bolts out here and here, take the whole door over, and there's a C-clip down here, and then you pull the pin out. C-clip, pull the pin out. So I guess my idea is really not going to work, because I was just going to pull the C-clip out, pull the pin, pull the door off, instead of having to take these bolts out. But, well, looks like Honda kind of offset them back in there, so you can't actually get the pin out, because about 3/4 of the head is covered by this plastic indent. So I guess we'll have to get a ratchet and socket and take these 10 mils out, pull this door off, and then do like what RB3 says to do. Hey, you almost think they've done this a few times. But let's see how bad it really is. They make it look really easy. Yeah, check her out. Alright, we're back. We got the Ingersoll Rand 3/8 real pound bumper here. 10 mil. That's right to the frame right there, it looks like. So I thought maybe it had some kind of a nut cert or something, who knows what, I was just kind of worried about taking them bolts out, because you never know what they've hidden back behind there sometimes. Is it going to be harder to get lined up, blah blah blah. So looks like a pretty legit deal though, so it should be pretty easy to get it lined back up and be rocking and rolling again. So let's get these bushings changed out. To the tailwick gate we go. Alright. Back on the tailgate. Looks like I went ahead and got all four doors worth for this Dash 5. Looks like they're both the same RB3-003, so takes the same bushing for all 4 doors. Looks like I said, we need to get that little clip off right there. Kind of dirty. Take that clip off, pull the pin, and then it's a 2-piece bushing is how the new ones are. These here are just a 1-piece. Go in there. So I guess the biggest thing is just don't lose that clip. If you can do that, you're good to go. Kind of got a little bit of a cold today, so you know, not doing no drywall dust or nothing like that. So, if you get this right in there like this, yeah, sounds good in theory, but you ought to be able to pull that thing right out of there. There we go, just like that. Like I said, the biggest thing is don't lose those clips. That's how that goes. Push those out. Oh, man. There's the original bushing. Like I said, one-sided deal. I don't know why they made it so open inside there, and you've only really got a couple places, good places, contact. Package open here. Okay, so here's the new ones. 2-piece deal. The only thing I don't know about is does it really matter what side is top and what side is bottom? I don't know that it really matters. They're definitely snug fit there. Now then, let's here back on there. Oh, come on. Got the whole hole lined up. Bam. Don't lose that clip. And usually what I like to do is put it, not that I've done these, but I've messed with these C-clips before. There you go. I mean, you can definitely tell this one's way tighter than this old worn out piece. She's definitely a little sloppy. Okay. Change this in here out, we'll get it put back on the door, and you guys can be off and sailing, and I'll do the other doors here. Come on. What also works good is a small screwdriver, but this typically works pretty darn good. Of course, these are kind of muddy. Okay. So, push that out. They are a little tight in the hole. sure, but just kind of got to get the right angle to dangle there and they'll go. And like I said, you just top of the clip, bottom of the pin, right on there. That thing there kind of seems like she's been wonkered. Squeeze that dude in just a little bit more. There we go. That's nice and tight. Hopefully I don't want to lose those going down the trail. Now this one here is definitely a little tighter. I would say she's going to get worked in. Let's take her to the door. Let's get her back on this thing. Alright, we're back on the door. Okay. Yeah, then I would have really probably rather have had a little bit of Never Seas, but didn't have that real viable at the time right now. So got some penetrating fluid, get a little bit of oil on them. That'll help out. We just don't want them bolts galled up in there. So, give her a little shot. That is the only thing about the old Ingersoll. She's gonna run them down tight, like a tiger. Definitely gonna have to watch that. Not to get too crazy on these bolts. One at the top, one at the bottom. You know the drill. I'm not sure if there's really an alignment problem after you get these here done or not. I mean, you're just kind of shooting for a pretty wide range there on the other side, so just gotta see here. Can't really tell 100% where the door was at before. I was hoping there was going to be a line still kind of there. Just a little ugga. There we go. I'm liking it. Like I said, you're kind of on a pretty wide range there where this door can line up at, so she's definitely a lot tighter in here. I like it. It's kind of what I didn't like is you kind of just barely even hang on them doors just a little bit. Man, them things are there. And yeah, I still got a little bit of rattle here. Got a little bit of rattle in the door, but you can always run the old stoppers out a little bit more. That makes it quite a bit better. I mean, otherwise, there's guys doing rubber hoses, black tape, you name it. But at least we don't have the rattle. We don't have this movement. We're moving the whole thing pretty much, so I think it's good and tight. Alright, on to the rear doors here. Let's see. They didn't quite make them the same, but you know, I don't know that it's really worth it to lose the old C-clip. I mean, might as well just knock the 4 bolts out, I guess, and take the door back and work on the tailgate. A little bit more room. Pins. have so much pressure on them with the door hanging. You know, typically always doing this stuff on my own, so. Yeah, a small screwdriver here, you might be able to get that. Well, just take this little Allen wrench here. See if I can get in there. Get primed. Gotta try it, right? Yeah, about got away. She kind of popped out there. Gotta keep wiggling this door now, though. Get her to catch, turn the pin so you can actually get to where you can work on the old C-clip. Okay, 2 clips out. Get the pins. Oh man, these things are... I've apparently got a lot of junk built up in them. They're pretty solid. Flat blade screwdriver out here. Yeah, lots of sand. Lots of sand. So, I mean, like I said, you can do it on the rear door. Should ya? Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out, see how easy it is to get it back on the rig. Pretty good, pretty quick. Getting better at this, guys. See, here might be the only thing that's a little harder, especially with the camera right in your way. Come on, little girl. Get back in there. That top one goes in just fine. What do you know? Bottom one's just not want to play. It's almost like the door hinge is maybe bent just a little bit or something there. With something. That's when you bring in the big boys. See if we can try to squeeze that back together just a little bit. Just about a 30-second off or so. Not hardly enough to be too worried about, but just enough to be worried about. Like that just a little bit. There we go. These here pins, they were pretty tight. I'm thinking probably what I should have done was I should have put just a little bit of lube on each pin. This store back here had a bunch of sand in it, so the pins are definitely getting a little gnarly. Now let me just get these holes lined up. I'm gonna have to take it back off again. Whack. Okay, come on. Man. That door's definitely a little tougher. Just because I decided to do it on the door. Instead of taking the whole hinge off, that might be why it's a little bit tougher. It seemed like it hung together like freaking butter on the other ones on the front. So, just because you can doesn't mean you should, I Make sure you use the proper tools. Just a little loving. Now for the C-clips. That should be probably a good time doing it this way. Getting the old push in. Can't really, it's kind of hard to get it angle to dangle there. Now this bottom one is not so bad. Get in. Push right in there. There you go. So I mean, yeah, rear doors. You feel like a challenge for the day. Leave the bolts in. You gotta try it. Definitely looks like the old navigator's been riding on the door on this gig. The bottom's not quite as bad. Well, let's fix this thing up. Okay, so this right here was probably the biggest reason I wanted to get the bushings out of it. And you can see that thing. I don't know if that's a defect. Defect from the factory, or I mean how that is, but man, that thing is, I mean, there's 1/8 inch, 1/16 of an inch extra in the casting there on the plastic door. So yeah, I'm not sure even with these new bushings it's really gonna fix that part though. But that's kind of the reason why I was most worried about the bushings and getting them out and getting some good stuff in there was to fix that problem. But I'm not sure if we're even gonna get. She definitely falls right out of there. Bottom's tight. top is better, but I think there's probably still maybe some potential movement there. Maybe not. It's so tighter, too much tighter on the bottom. I think the bottom is pretty well holding everything now, so yeah. Probably doesn't fill that hole in, but I think you got more surface area now, and then you'll be riding more instead of being opened in the center there. So it's a little better deal. Just wanted to point that out. Yeah, here's that left-hand door or passenger side door that was all wallered out. As you can see, there's still some movement there, so don't let your door bushings get that bad, because even these things here are not gonna fix the deformation in the door. Now, like I said, it'd been interesting to see if that was there from the factory or the old navigator's just been riding pretty hard on the door. There's a little bit of, it's really all in that top though. All the deflections there, so. It's gonna be more of a custom bushing. Things, these RB3, like I said, enough to do all 4 doors. They're running a discount on it right now, so if you can still get them while they're hot, it's like 15% off, so not too bad of a deal. Pretty much it pays kind of your shipping on the deals. So I'll get the price thrown up on there and link to their website, as well as get a link to Amazon for those H13 LED headlights. I definitely think they're a nicer, brighter white light. compared to that kind of doomy gloomy yellow. So, and as well as they're a noticeable difference. Before riding down the down the road or whatever with the other lights, I had a hard time telling if I had it in high beam, low beam, what I had. So you could definitely tell on the tin with these LED lights, high beam, low beam. So it'd be interesting to get them out on the road and see what they really, how they do. Now, like I said, for like 25 bucks, it's a pretty cheap upgrade for these things. Over and out.